Hey, we back. I'm here with more not bot this time because we've done the introduction video. Now we have to get into the actual proper mechanics, and so I'm going to start with the obvious one, which is battles. Battles are a thing and they are complicated. Woo! I think arguably they're more complicated than Overbot, so this is certainly going to be a whole video in itself. I'm also going to shut up that ping noise so that you don't get mad at me. There you go. Sorry. But yes, so battles. As you can see, we can do battles. You get XP for your battles. It's 20 XP for a loss, as you just discovered. 40 XP for a draw, 100 XP for a win. You can do auto battles with just the battle command, and you can also do manual battles by putting an M on the end or a manual on the end. So the way that the battles work is you have your three characters here. I'll say about adding them to the team in a minute. They each have health and other stats as characters do. These are all characters, yes. And then you get to pick which action you take. So we have our superpowers here, which take up battle points. We have our regular attack here. We have our defense, which is kind of like taunt. And then we have heal. So since it's the start of the battle, I'm going to use a special attack because, sure, you get to pick which character you want to use. I want to use isnt because that's my attacker, and I'm going to use Hailstorm for that critical because I like critical. I'm then going to put my defense up on Aiden because that seems smart, and I might as well attack with the Yara because there's no one to heal yet. I get to pick who I hit as long as the enemy doesn't have a taunt up anyway. So I'll pick, I don't know, I'll pick Chloe, sure. I think Chloe's a healer, so that makes sense. Get rid of the healers. Since we've got a critical, I'm now going to do a bunch of attacking. We'll start with isnt, we'll attack Chloe. As you can see, Chloe's health is starting to go down quite a lot, which is good, obviously, for me. And once you've used all three of your characters in one turn, it then starts the next turn. So as you can see, we're now on turn 3. Yep, that's all there is to that. So there I use my defense on Aiden, use my healing on Yara, and I'm now using my attacking on isnt. Chloe is now dead. I think it's safe to say that I'm currently winning this fight. But you should probably get the point. So I will cut to the end of this battle. And there we go. I actually managed to win that one, which is pretty cool. As you can tell, the levels make less of a difference when you are doing a manual battle. So I'm level 4 and 5 over here, my enemy 7, 10 and 6. You would expect them to have a big advantage, but doing a manual battle is pretty good because you can pick exactly what all your animals are doing. And obviously the enemy team is just going off the computer, so you have a big advantage there. And winning manual battles is a lot easier than winning the automatic ones. However, as I also just showed there, they do take a while. That one was a good 3 or 4 minutes that I was battling there. So it's up to you which ones you do. You get a hefty amount of XP in comparison. So there I gained 500 XP for that manual battle. And the bot is also going to insist that you do 10 manual battles before you're allowed to do automatic ones. So yeah, the manual battle and automatic battle trade-off is dependent. Anyway, let's talk about what's good in a battle, because what you need is your team. So I have my team here. This is comprised of my 3 characters, as I said, and also a pet. You get your pet, which is an animal, and that gives you a little buff. They don't actually do anything in the fight, they just give you a buff for the fight. Each character has its own stats, so we can go show on, for example, Yara, and we can see the damage that they do, the health points that they have, armor that they have, and because Yara is a healer, we also see the healing that they can do. They have their super abilities here, which, as it says, cost some battle points to use. Yara has Resurrection, which is pretty nice, and Freeze, which is not quite as nice, but I think it's still quite nice. You're probably going to want to know what abilities and stats the team that you are using has. Thankfully, there aren't too many characters at the moment, so knowing at least all the ones that you're using should be easy. And if you want to be pro at the game, you can go ahead and memorize what all of the opponents do as well, which is going to help you out a lot. The pets, as I say, give buffs. So, for example, I can look at my octopus. It's water, gives a buff of crit. The common one gives 10%, but I have a rare one, so I'm actually going to have to specify that when I check, because it will default to common no matter which one you've got. The rare one, as you can see, is actually 14%. So watch out for that when you're checking your pets. We have common, uncommon, rare, epic, mythic, and legendary. They all have different effects. You can merge them, whatever. I will probably do another video on pets and characters and stuff at some point. But for now, all you need to know is that they give you buffs, and you can add them into your team, the same as characters. You are going to want 3 characters and a pet in your team. We have team slots, same as Orobot here. So we've got set team 1 and set team 2. We also have battle stats, which we can have a look at here. This is going to show separate for manual and ranked battles, which is pretty nice because obviously, as I said, it's a lot easier to win manual battles. My streak on manual battles is a lot lower because I basically did the 10 manual battles and then haven't done any more since, whereas ranked automatic battles, rather, I've done quite a lot, which is why I have a bit of a higher streak. As it says, though, they are indeed ranked, so we can have a look at the rankings. I think I didn't want the S there. There you go. So I'm currently bronze 5, which is not that good. Getting on my way to silver 1, and I will get at the end of the season some knots and a couple of gold boxes, which is also not very good. But if you get a high streak and you're good at the game, you can get some good rewards from ranked mode, which is pretty nice. One thing to mention is order. In Orobot, order of characters or animals matters a lot in your team. I'm pretty sure in this bot it doesn't, because obviously you get to pick who is attacking first anyway. So I don't think the order matters, although someone is welcome to correct me on that if it does. And another thing is, as you can see, we get all of our elements here. I've got 2 water and a fire. If you can have all of your animals be the same element, they get a bit of a buff, which is quite nice. I haven't got that yet because I don't have enough animals for it. But yeah, that's something that you should probably try to aim for. As I mentioned, your animals, your pets also have an element. So my octopus is of element water, which is pretty nice. If I can swap out my Aiden for a water character, that's going to be a much better team, but at the moment I don't have a water character. I still haven't managed to find a rare one yet. So yeah, there you go. You are going to have to be doing your get and your find often in order to actually get the characters, which you can then use for battles. All good things. Anyway, I think that's about it. I think we've talked about battles in general quite a lot now. I will talk about characters and pets specifically in another video. Strategy wise, all I will say for now is that, as you would expect, you're probably going to want a healer, a tank and an attacker, same as Orobot, and making sure the 3 of them work together is obviously going to be very important, although that's a lot more difficult than it is in Orobot. There's no set strategy as far as I'm aware in this yet. Especially since you're going to be struggling to get the higher rarity animals and characters for a little bit yet, because unlike Orobot, this has a bit of balance to it, and you can't just shove on a couple of gems and then get all the animals within a day. Anyway, as always, the more you grind, the better you'll be, and that applies to characters as well. So, good luck with your grinding and your battling, and I will leave this video here. Bye!